So I've lived in Dunwoody for most of my life. I'm super interested, and I've kind of grown my interest over the years in math and science and computer science especially. I've been taking part in a whole lot of different clubs and activities around the city here and in the school, and different sports. Some of my hobbies that I really like to do are playing music, learning new instruments, and running, as well as playing board games with some of my friends. We basically initiated this new program here at Dunwoody High School, and it's a math tutoring program for the ESOL students at the school. These are students that many of them have just recently immigrated from Latin America or other parts of the world. Their English skills are still developing, and so of course learning math for them is even more challenging. So we would, during the school day, go and sit in with these students during their math classes, help them with assignments, help them with learning, help them study for tests. And these are students that we felt that, well, of course, they probably couldn't afford to pay for actual paid tutoring out of school. So by doing this, we could help some students that otherwise we wouldn't be able to help. And we did this for a few semesters, and it was really rewarding for me. I made some great friendships with the students, and it was great to see them develop their English skills as well as their math skills with our help. So I think that the process of working with these students and learning how to teach really and improving my teaching skills has made me a lot better at interacting with other people, and not only actually teaching other people but also learning from them, because when you teach someone you learn actually a lot from these students also. Even if it's not about the topic that you're teaching, you learn about how humans act and how we interact with each other, and you learn a lot from their experiences just from simple conversation that you never would have learned or known otherwise. So I feel like it's put me in a much better position to pursue a career that requires me to interact heavily with other people, even if it's in some of the areas I'm more interested in, like computer science and math. Yeah, the Coca-Cola scholarship had a pretty involved application process. There were 2 rounds. In the first, there were some general information to fill out, as well as it required information about the activities and volunteer experience that I'd had, as well as work experience. And then after maybe a month or so, and whatever committee had reviewed all these thousands of applications, they winnowed it down to like 2,000 or so students to go on to the next round. And in that round, I wrote a few essays that I submitted on a few different topics about myself and about my outlook on the world and things like that. And then finally, they narrowed it again yet again to 250 students. So at this point, I was, I couldn't even believe I'd made it this far out of so many, obviously equally qualified students. So the final step in the application process was an interview that I did at Coca-Cola's headquarters downtown, which was really fun to see, where the magic happens, where they plan their next new flavor, and I got to interview there, and I suppose it went well enough for me to receive the scholarship. And when I got that email, I was incredibly excited and honored, of course, because I know that the other students that went into that same interview process as me were amazing and were doing amazing things in the world. So it meant a lot to me to receive the award. So I'll be using the scholarship's money to help pay for my college tuition. I'm not 100% sure where I'm going to school right now, but I have a few great options to choose from. Of course, all of them are pretty expensive because I'm looking at some schools that are out of state, for which I don't obviously receive any of the in-state tuition, clearly. And so the Coca-Cola Scholarship's monetary award is going to go a long way to helping me and my family cover those costs. I'd love to thank my parents, who have been incredibly supportive of me throughout high school, throughout my whole life, of course. But especially through these years of high school, they've pushed me hard, to pursue what I love to do and to do well in school, but they've also been there to say, all right, take it easy, we're here for you. And that's incredibly valuable to have that in my life. Also my brother Ruben, who goes to the school, he's 2 years younger than me, and he's always super fun to hang out with. I always know I'll have a friend when I get home, and that's something that also takes a lot of stress out of school and out of life. My name is Covey, and I love DeKalb schools.